right, ladies and gentlemen, speed of lightning listing, because there's a lot to fit in. This book is in pretty deplorable condition, as you can see. Frontispiece and title page are detached from the rest of the book. It's bound in just a piece of old sort of paper. It's got a couple of some tears at the corner of some of the pages. It's a bit grubby, and I think 2 of 12 plates might be missing, but that's not relevant for its Dickensian interests. What it is, it's an 1836 book, which was called The Squib, an annual of poetry, politics, and personalities, and it is a wonderful sort of satirical and irreverent poems directed against the government, all the figures of the government, and illustrated by a celebrated illustrator called Robert Seymour, whose Dickensian connection will become apparent in a moment. Wonderful airship in the sky there. And the cartoons are full of political figures in all sorts of turmoil and controversy, and balloons and airships seem to feature quite frequently in these political satires, but they're political cartoons to illustrate the comic poems. There's a wonderful one at the back showing the bellies of great fat parliamentary figures being sliced off, these parliamentarians slicing off the bellies, which I presume represent corrupt boroughs. Bungay in Suffolk is down there, Uttoxeter, Tetbury or Tenbury there. So it's a book by of illustrations and poems, the illustrations by Seymour. Now, Seymour was in this very year, by the same publishers, to become the illustrator of Charles Dickens' Pickwick Papers. Initially, it was Seymour's illustrations which were to be the big draw, and Chapman and Hall gave the young Dickens, aged 24, a series of Seymour's illustrations to write some text to, and it's that text that became the Pickwick Papers. But here, a few months before the men met, on page 29 here, we see already in the mind of the cartoonist a figure who is not unlike Mr. Pickwick. Now, this book is a known Dickensian connection, so I'm pointing out something that scholars have pointed out before. But in one of Seymour's political cartoons here to illustrate the silent system, whatever that is, he has a figure in this flat, low, flat, broad-brimmed hat, the pot belly, the dangling seals, the tight breeches, who was later, in a few months, when Dickens came along, to develop into Seymour's caricature of Dickens's creation, Mr. Pickwick, there. So here we have Mr. Pickwick before he became Mr. Pickwick, already existing in the mind of Seymour, the cartoonist. And despite the poor condition of the book, that print, opposite page 29, is the main interest which Dickensian scholars find here. And the book is scarce. Because of this connection, the prices are high. I found one single copy currently for sale on the 140 million volume A Books antiquarian book site. It's priced at £315. Enough said. Thanks very much indeed. Bye.